health and peace and happiness for everyone. Ashreinu, how good and beautiful is our heritage. Parashat B'midbar Tafshin Pebet. What is the best age to recruit the soldiers to the army? And what are the considerations by which we will make this decision? Before we answer this question, let's look aside to a different question. In Parashat B'midbar, the Torah says that the Leviim start their work in the Mishkan and the Mikdash from age 30. But in Parashat Be'alotcha, the Torah will say that that age is 25. So the Gemara in Masechet Chulin says that at age 25 they start studying, and at age 30 they begin working practically in the Mikdash. Why is the age of the beginning of the work of the Leviim in the Mikdash so much older than, for instance, going to the army? We'll discuss that in a moment. And why do the Leviim need 5 years to study, to perform, to begin their role in the Mikdash? What do they study in those 5 years? There isn't so much to study that they need 5 years for that. Suggests Rav Hanan Porat that the Leviim start at age 30 because their mission is so holy, so lofty, to work in the Mikdash. They need many years to prepare for this. They have to come spiritually mature, and they study for 5 years. The studying is not technical, not only technical. They are preparing themselves spiritually to be on a high enough spiritual level to be able to work in the Mikdash. From here, let's go back to recruiting to the army. The Parashat B'midbar says, "Miben 20 shana v'mala kol yotzei tzava b'Yisrael." We recruit to the army from age 20, which is a bit older than what we're used to in the world, certainly even more so in the past and also today. And maybe suggests Rav Hanan Porat, to go to the army, to be a soldier, also demands spiritual maturity and spiritual growth. A person is going on a mission to protect Am Yisrael in the name of Hashem. A person has to be ready to sacrifice his life if necessary. In going to the army, in Sefer Dvarim, the Torah says, when you go to the army, v'nishmarta mikol davar ra, there are many negative things that can happen in the army. A Ramban explains that when a person becomes a soldier, he might lose all kinds of moral boundaries, he might become unnecessarily cruel, and so on. So you have to come spiritually prepared for your military service. It's fascinating to see that in Medinat Israel in the last decades, that is exactly what has developed, certainly in religious circles, but also in non-religious circles, preparation for going to the army. Spiritual, religious, moral, historical, national, idealistic preparation, so that when you come to the army, you do it properly, also in doing it well and doing it right, and also by not losing it and going off to those negative things that can happen when a person is in the army. So studying Torah and other aspects of what it means to go to the army before entering the army is not only, for instance, in religious circles, so that someone will remain religious, will get religious chizuk before they go to the army, into all kinds of other encounters where they meet other people and so on. It's also because going to the army is a very important mission and a very sensitive mission, and our soldiers should come spiritually prepared, spiritually mature, and on a high level, so that they will perform that mission properly in all of the aspects of it. And we continue to pray for the day where we will have Leviim working in the Mikdash, and we will not need soldiers in the army. Shabbat Shalom.